Welcome to today's video. Today we're going to be focusing on reading and determining changes made to a box and whisker plot. And again, we're going to show this mastery in class by scoring at least 80% on an exit ticket. Hopefully you have the note sheet in front of you. If you don't, take out a separate sheet of paper and we'll get you a fresh one tomorrow. Now, when we talk about box and whisker plots, the box and whisker plot is a graphic way to display what we're going to call the median, or your middle, your quartiles, and your extremes of the data on a number line. And this is showing our distribution of the data. Now, I know your copy did come up in color, so if you want to highlight and show the different colors, you can. If we look down at the very far left is what we're calling our minimum, or we're also going to call it our lower extreme. And think of extreme means it's crazy. So if it's saying our lower extreme, it's the farthest point on the number line, all the way to the left. Now, that line going from our lower extreme to Q1 is 25% of our data. And it can be a really long line, it can be a short line. It doesn't have to be the same size as all the others, but it's going to represent 25% of our data. Where the box starts is your Q1, or your lower quartile. From there, in that green to the middle is going to be our Q2, which is also our median. And don't get median and mean confused. Mean is the average of all the numbers. Median is when we put our numbers in order from least to greatest, and we're going to cancel out one number on each side. Median is your middle number. So that is the middle of the data, which makes sense because now we have 25% in the green and 25% in the middle. Well, that's 50%. If I'm directly in the middle, if you think of a test and you get directly half the test right, well, that's 50%. So Q2 is our median. Then we have to go to Q3, our upper quartile, which again, going from the median or Q2 to our upper quartile is still 25%. And then we have our maximum or our upper extreme. This is one point that is the farthest away from all the other points. It's our highest point in our full data set. If we look, we're going to talk also about range. If we are going and talking about the inner quartile range, that's that box. We don't want to include our lower extreme. We don't want to include our upper extreme. It's the box. So you would take Q3 minus Q1. That's your quartile, inner quartile range. Those are the inside quartiles. Now, if I give you a set of data, if I have A and I have B, let's talk about the graphs before we go to the questions. Now, if I look at the graphs and I look at letter A, this first point here is my lower extreme. Well, if I look, my lower extreme is 50. Well, if I go to the next spot, which is my Q1, and that's where my boxes start, my Q1 starts at 75. And I'm just going down to the number, I apologize, 65. I'm just going down to where it is on the number line. That middle of the box, so that line in the middle, is my Q2, or my median. My median is 70. My last part of my box is my Q3, which is at 80. And my upper extreme, which, and I don't know what the board's doing, we'll write it on this side. My upper extreme, which is 100. Same thing at the bottom. We have a lower extreme. This time it's at 40. My first quartile, or Q1, is at 60. My median, the line in the middle of the box, or my Q2, is at 70. My Q3 is at 85. And B, which is my upper extreme, is at 100. And those are the important points to know. We want to know our quartiles, we want to know our median, we want to know our extremes. So now we can look and answer some of the questions. What is the median of each set? Well, the median is Q2, or that line in the middle of the box, and for both sets, my median is 70. Which plot has a lesser range? Well, if I talk about range, if I look at A, I'm going from 100, my upper extreme, to 50, my lower extreme, and that gives me 50. Well, if I look at graph B, I'm going from 100 of my upper extreme to 40, which is my lower extreme. And I have 60. So in this case, the plot who has the lesser range is going to be plot A. 50 is less than 60. And to find your range, all you're doing is subtracting. So we're subtracting our upper extreme from our lower extreme. Now, greater inner quartile range. Again, if I look at A, I'm going from Q3, because we're talking inner quartile, so it's Q1 to Q2, or Q1 to Q3, 80 to 65, which is 15. If I look at B, I'm going from 85 to 60, which is 25. So in this case, B has the greater inner quartile range. What is the upper quartile in each set? Now, upper quartile, we have Q3. Upper quartile is different than upper extreme. So our upper quartile for A is going to be 80, and for B is going to be 85. Again, it's that quartile. It says quartile, well, upper is our highest number. If we have Q1, Q2, and Q3, well, that means Q3 is our upper. The lower extreme, so our lowest point. For A, it's 50. For B, it is 40. The big thing we want to focus on in this video is being able to understand the graphs. Now, I know there's 5 more questions on this page, and those questions we're going to go over in class tomorrow, so make sure you bring your notes with you. We're going to actually make the box and whisker class and talk about what changes on the data. So make sure you bring your notes, and then also any questions you have to class tomorrow, and I look forward to seeing you then.